Can a massy, madcap comedy or masala action movie be made into a streaming series? Can that brand of escapist experiential storytelling sustain across multiple episodes in a long-form show, which tends to demand a greater focus on plot, characters, and writing? 2023 seems to be the year that attempts to answer these questions. Earlier this year, we had Bhuvan Bam's Taza Khabar on Disney Plus Hotstar, and later this year, we'll have Rohit Shetty's Indian Police Force on Amazon Prime Video. But this week, it's Farhad Samji's 6-episode Disney Plus Hotstar series, Popcorn. Starring Kunal Khemu along with a who's who of comedic royalty, including Saurabh Shukla, Johnny Lever, Rajpal Yadav, and the late great Satish Kaushik. Popcorn is exactly what it says on the tin, a laugh-a-minute gaggle of gags. The plot is lovably silly and expectedly simple. Kunal Khemu plays Sahil Trivedi. Sahil wants to marry the girl he loves, Pihu, played by Nupur Sanan, Kriti Sanan's sister, here making her acting debut. Pihu's Gunda father, played by the always delightful Saurabh Shukla, demands to meet Sahil's politician father, Brij Kishore Trivedi, played by who else but Johnny Lever. But we soon find out that Brij isn't Sahil's biological father, which sets him off on a quest to track down his real dad, with each new episode bringing with it a new potential biological father for Sahil to investigate. As you might expect, this is unapologetically slapstick, squeaky sound effects heavy, stereotype-soaked comedy. Except it's actually funny. There's real imagination and a sparkling silliness that's gone into the gags from writers Farhad Samji, Tasha Bhamra, and Sparsh Khetarpal. And as we all try and heal through our collective trauma of whatever the hell circus was, I'll take any comedy which offers even an iota of genuine imagination and actual comedic substance. This is a world where every character has a tick or kooky quirk. Johnny Lever's Brij Kishore Trivedi has a 10-second delay in reacting to any new piece of information. Saurabh Shukla's KBC, as he's called, gets his words mixed up. Nupur Sanan's Pihu hates the word no and or seeing anyone with a negative defeatist attitude. So in the opening scene, when she comes across a man standing on the edge of a bridge wanting to jump off and kill himself, but who isn't brave enough to pluck up the courage and follow through, Pihu tells him to shake off his negative attitude and reassures him that he can do it if he really tries. If you're looking for any sort of political correctness in this show, you're not going to find it. This is a playful hit and miss, throw everything at the wall, low-hanging fruit comedy, but when it hits hard. Like when we see a dog wearing a costume that makes him look like he's holding a knife, that one got me big time. Or a random throwaway joke when a character gets themselves admitted to a hospital to get brain surgery but runs away before the actual procedure because all he wanted was a free haircut. Satish Kaushik is a doctor who's scared of injections. Not getting them, no, giving them. Whenever he does, his patients have to tell him to be calm and just breathe through it. And later when a young female patient is trying to hit on him, the pickup line she uses is, "Aapne kya chini kam dekhi hai?" I was crying. It helps that Sudeep Sen Gupta's dynamic camera work really brings certain gags to life. I even appreciated the show's corny but sweet secular messaging. Though, despite Popcorn's gracious 6-episode runtime, by the 5th episode, the loud pitch does start to get tedious. Partly because it's clear that they've used up all their funniest lines and ideas earlier on. But even when the gags and jokes don't work, I didn't find it all that annoying or cringy. Instead, it's almost admirable to see that cast commit so entirely to a bit. Despite its sparkling ensemble, Popcorn is a Kunal Khemu show all the way. He shines here as Sahil /Sadik /Sukhi /Sandy. Multiple names because each time he finds the person he believes is his father, he's made to change his name and embrace a whole new religion. Kunal has always been a delightfully expressive, formidable comedic performer, but I'm always particularly impressed by actors who can serve as our anchor into ludicrous worlds like this. An almost normal guy who helps guide us through an insanely animated world. Perhaps my favorite moment is when he does a hilarious impression of a certain Bollywood superstar with his face alone. Unsurprisingly, the female characters, however, are given little to do. Not only is Nupur Sanan relegated to the sidelines as little more than a plot device, even the few comedic moments she is awarded fall flat. She just doesn't have that much presence. Equally, Jamie Lever's character appears to be on her own trip entirely. She just keeps popping up intermittently through the series but is entirely inconsequential to the larger plot, as if her character was just thrown in towards the end. The comedy genre seems to be having a bit of a moment on streaming right now, with this show as well as last week's delightful Happy Family Conditions Apply on Amazon Prime. I hope these shows are a sign of more to come to help balance the genre odds on streaming. We need more madcap for every Mirzapur, more gags and giggling to even out all the guns and gangsters, less tragedy and pain and more laughing till our stomachs hurt, less intense, more irreverent, Less bloodshed, more breezy. Fewer killers, more comfort watches. Less suspense, more smiles. I could literally keep doing this, but I think you get my point. You can watch Popcorn on Disney Plus Hotstar.